Another video today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but we've got the first confirmation screenshot of a Model Y VIN, the new Model Y for delivery, the long range all-wheel drive refresh launch series, supposedly with an estimated delivery date that's coming up in like next tomorrow, actually. So we're gonna get into that, plus a variety of topics, what we can piece from this, what I'm looking, because if you've been waiting for your Model Y launch series, you're getting we can go through some of these details so that you can track along as well. So we're gonna get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing a new or used Tesla. And if you got a question, you can send it to me down below in the Patreon app. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. So breaking, first new Model Y VIN has been assigned, and confirmation that this is the long range all-wheel drive launch series that is going to be assigned. And there's a couple of details within this that I was looking at to pay attention, because if you're looking to get your Model Y launch series, or if you're waiting for the non-launch, let's take a look at some of these different details and maybe a thread where if you're interested in keeping along and keeping track, I'll give you that information as well. But the first thing that stuck out to me like a sore thumb, I mean, the first question I had was, what's the estimated delivery date? When is this going to be actually being delivered? And that was the question I asked, and we'll show you that in just a second. But the first thing that stuck to me in a sore thumb with this build, and no offense to TYM or anything like that, and certainly on this channel we love our discounts, we love our deals, and we also love value, right? Maximum value and getting the best deal out there and everything. And so this is a Model Y launch series, and a very, very interesting build as a Model Y launch series as well. Like, certainly I did not build our Model Y at all like this. I mean, certainly Quicksilver is definitely a worth it thing to actually build, because that's a $2,000 option, but 19-inch rims, I mean, not really giving any value on that at all. I mean, yes, everything was the same cost in terms of everything being $59,990, and certainly I can understand why someone would get 19-inch rims because of comfortability and maybe rotatability, but 20-inch rims, maybe they don't look as good, but at least it's the most value. And so, us being how we are, we certainly went for the most value there as well. All black interior, another interesting option, but maybe there is a thought process to this, which I'll talk about, and why maybe this was the right move to get, and certainly very interesting. But all black interior, that's a free option on the non-launch or just the legacy one. And so another interesting move here to not go for the maximum value with that. Everything else is basically the same on this build, and certainly you can see that the grayed out section, he was able to block it out, but you can see that within this app, from what this screenshot looks like, he might potentially have a VIN and everything. And we'll talk about the estimated delivery date, because it starts tomorrow actually, which could be a very exciting and maybe the first delivery of a Tesla Model Y in the United States. Of course, there's plenty of deliveries that are happening in other countries like this, but one of the first ones in the United States might be an interesting one. But here's a couple reasons why he might have got TYM Phillips, he might have got the first VIN in the United States. The first thing is, if we take a look at his profile, he is in Texas. We don't know what part, maybe Austin, Texas, or even Dallas, Texas. I mean, either way, it's near probably a gigafactory. And so shout out to TYM for posting his information and showing it that he was able to get a VIN and everything. But certainly, I mean, if it's closer to that area, then that would make a lot of sense on why he was able to get it. The second reason might be more so a Tesla, not logistical one, but a build one. Because if you think about it, right, all the prices of the Model Y launches are the same exact price. They're $59,990. And so everybody's paying that. But the people that get the bigger expensive rims or the more expensive interior, that is maybe a less profit margin because usually Tesla charges for those things. And so if Tesla's looking at this on a zoomed out level, if they want revenue and deliveries quicker and maybe it's easier to source these parts or even less expensive, of course, maybe even more profit because everybody's paying that $59,990 price. And so certainly maybe this could be the beginning of a bunch of people that have chosen 19-inch rims and the black interior. Maybe a lot of people are going to be starting to get their VINs and a delivery very soon. But taking a look at the estimated delivery date, because that was the first question that I had for Phillips, and he was able to show it that he has February 27th to March 6th, which is literally tomorrow or even next week's. And so he could literally be the one of the first estimated delivery or one of the first deliveries, USA deliveries of a Model Y launch series in the United States. And so if you're looking to follow along as well, certainly one of the best places that I've been looking at every single day is the Tesla Motors Group forum. Everybody keeps posting left and right, and of course they're excited as we all are. And there's also international people in here as well, and so be mindful of that. If someone says like, I got a VIN, well, it could be a international country that they're living in. But shout out to T4CK Kevin T. He also was able to get a VIN today as well. So maybe today might be the day where a lot of people might be getting VINs across the country, and it could be in a very exciting time. It seems like he's in Allen, Texas, and he's got a delivery date range of March 2nd to March 11th. So very cool to see. And so let us know, did you get your VIN? Are you waiting for your Model Y launch? And when do you think it's actually going to be coming out? Of course, we're seeing a lot of deliveries in the China market. There's plenty of videos getting posted around to a bunch of like stealth grays. You know what was interesting with this video when I noticed earlier today is that this appears to look like it has chrome trim, but that must be like some sort of taping cover or something to protect it. But it kind of looks like chrome trim from this video. On top of that, Omid, I imagine from Tesla, because he got the logo here, actually posted this post about Giga Texas and all the different updates and everything. And he said that they've got a capacity of a capacity to build over 250,000 Model Ys. So yes, right now the Model Y is very rare, but that's only going to be a short time frame because they're going to be pumping those out everywhere, and they're certainly going to be removing non-launch at a pretty fast pace. And what about this color? What do you think about solid black? Of course, right now we're not seeing this in the US at all, but I could easily see this coming to the US in the very near future. Another thing I could easily see is this scenario. Shout out to Tesla Roddy for talking about this, but there could be a hypothetical scenario here or a real scenario very soon where a legacy Model Y could be discounted or cheaper by $10,000 over a brand new one. So which one are you going to be going for at the end of the day? If you're looking for the best discounts that are out there, definitely check out our deal spreadsheet down below in the description, where we track all the different deals that are out there from $6,000 to $7,000 off. And the beauty with these on the Model Ys is that this is before the Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can save $500 to $2,500 off of a Tesla vehicle. And if you want an easier way to search inventory, we partnered with Only Use Tesla to create an inventory tracking site to find discounts in your area. It's a little bit easier than Tesla because you can see the big discounts right here. Definitely find it down below in the description. And the difference with this website is that you can sign up for text and email alerts so that you can track when Model Ys and Model 3s or any new or used vehicle drop in price, because we know Tesla drops prices all the time, and they do it on an individual basis and a local basis as well. So definitely check out Only Use Tesla. We're still in a building mode, so if you've got feedback, we also have a feedback form down below as well on the bottom of the website. There's an email address, so if you're running into any issues, definitely send us a message and let us know what is going on with the website and everything. But certainly tons of Model Ys getting delivered off of the showrooms. Of course, China market is getting the bulk of them, and we've got our first confirmed accident as well. You can see there was a little bit of damage, so knock on wood that this person is safe, and hopefully this doesn't happen to any of you out there as well. We can see plenty of delivery videos like this. Model Y is getting driven off of the inventory lots and delivery showrooms and everywhere for the China market. China just definitely takes it to another level with all these different bows on the vehicles, stuffed animals, and everything like that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone, and yeah, if you're just joining in, welcome. The first Model Y VIN has been assigned in the United States. Of course, we've seen videos, pictures of deliveries in Europe and China, but US seems to be getting some love as well, and pretty quickly actually as well if you think about it. But VIN right here, it's also grayed out, but what we know is that the Model Ys in the United States will be a launch edition, or and also will be at least a launch edition at first, and also will be 2026 model years. So we're doing a little bit of a leap year for this, but it seems like Philips or TYM Philips was able to get one, so congrats to him. And the build is very interesting. Quicksilver 19-inch rims and black interior on this as well. And what's really interesting is the estimated delivery date. It seems like the estimated delivery date is starting tomorrow, the 27th to the March 6th as well. So really cool. But if you're interested in getting a Model Y Juniper, or you waiting for your delivery of a Model Y Juniper, don't forget about Tesla accessories as well. Definitely shout out to Jawa. They already test fitted all their different accessories for their Model Y Juniper, and they've got plenty of accessories elsewhere for other Tesla vehicles as well. So some of my favorites are going to be the phone mount. We've got on all our Teslas, center console, because your Model Y is not going to be coming with a center console, so you want to be prepared for this as well. So definitely check out Jawa down below in the description and use our promo code Dennis to save some money as well. And also it supports the channel on top of that. So thank you for all the support and everything. Lucas, thanks for coming in. Bradley, great to see you. Glass Films, great to see you. 560, Terrence, AL, A User, RC, great to see you. And Angelus, great to see you. Thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. In this next topic, a $4,000 Tesla Model 3. This is an insane deal, that is for sure. And it's pretty crazy to think that some of these Model 3s that used to be like 40, 50, 60K brand new, now you can get it, depreciation hits hard, for $4,000, or technically $3,989. Shout out to Test Calendar for posting this, the cheapest Model 3 ever purchased, clean title, so not salvage or anything like that. I just paid $3,989 for the Tesla Model 3 long-range dual motor with 217,000 miles on it. Complete service history in the comments below. But certainly, I mean, I would love to get one of these and just like drive it and go through the trials and tribulations to see how does it hold up after that much wear and that many miles on top of that. But the one thing with this is you got to remember that if you're looking to get an EV or a Tesla vehicle this low, you do probably have to use the $4,000 used EV tax credit. And it is possible to do that by going through a private party. You can use websites like KeySavvy, not a partner or anything, but certainly a lot of people that I know have used KeySavvy to save that extra $4,000, because KeySavvy acts like a dealer, a private dealer in between you and the seller, so that you can get, if you qualify for the $4,000 used EV tax credit on top of that. I'm still interested in maybe considering buying one of these Hertz used EVs. I think it would be an interesting segue or different to go through some of the different things that going with it, because look at this one, like a 2022 Tesla Model 3 base sedan, $15,000. If you qualify for the EV tax credit, that could be $11,000 in Des Moines, Illinois. But certainly taking a look at the market for Model 3s, we can see what's the lowest price out there. It seems like $12,000 is the lowest price with some of these. I mean, 147,000 miles on this one. This one might be a good deal as well, especially if it then qualifies for the $4,000 $10,000 used EV tax credit. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're going to be buying one of these cheaper, low-cost, high-mileage Tesla vehicles like this 2020 Tesla Model 3 for $10,000 or this Model S for also $10,000, I strongly recommend some sort of warranty. And that's where our channel partner Amber comes into play. Amber is a month-to-month warranty for your Tesla. And unlike those other companies that will charge you $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 upfront, Amber is month-to-month. Think of Amber like AppleCare, but instead of for your iPhone, it's for your Tesla vehicle. They've got 3 different types of packages right now: Basics, Essentials, and Premium. Basic starts at $65 a month, so definitely check out Amber down below in the description. Use our link to get a no obligation quote for month-to-month coverage on your Tesla. You can see that Amber does have some benefits over the Tesla service warranty as well. So definitely thank you to Amber for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Let's see who's dropped by. Bradley, waiting for my VIN. Lucas, yeah, we're definitely waiting for our VIN as well. Glass, hey, when will other trims come out, you think? I'm in Canada. Also, when do you think they'll raise the price for other trims, you think? My prediction is other trims is April, May. And actually, I put a poll out there to all of you and I asked, when do you think it's actually coming out? And I think you guys think the same as well, I guess, last time I checked. Let's take a look at it and see here. We've got when do you think the new Model Y non-launch will be taking orders? And 63% of you said April, May, 23% said June, and of course 9% said Q3. And so I guess we'll just be waiting and seeing, but I think what needs to happen first is Tesla needs to deliver more of these, or start to deliver some of these Model Ys onto showrooms and customers' hands before actually starting the non-launch, because it could really cannibalize the non-launch, or it could really cannibalize the launch. Should I do my financing part now or wait for my VIN? Great question, Lucas. Wait until you actually get the VIN before doing any of the financing. That quick, huh? Yeah, 560, it's already here. Why would the guy get these 19-inch rims? What the heck? Yeah, it's kind of a head scratcher for sure, but I mean, I get why. And maybe, not everybody like us is going for that maximum value, or they are brand new to Tesla. They didn't know that it was like $1,000 difference or anything like that. I mean, it really could be a bunch of different questions or anything. First, VIN is nice, but when is the 500-mile Model Y coming? Announced in March. AL, I don't think it's going to be for a while. I think that if anything, that might be like a mid-cycle refresh for the Model Y, which could be like 2 to 3 years down the road from now. It makes sense to choose 19-inch wheels. They offer much better comfort. However, choosing a black interior doesn't make much sense. Is it easier to clean? It's a little bit easier to clean, but some people don't actually like the white interior. It could be too bright on their eyes, or they're too sensitive. So I could see why he went for a black interior, but I'm pretty hyped because, as you know, we've had plenty of Teslas on the channel: Model 3, Model Y, SX, Cybertruck, and now the Model 3 Performance. And funny with all of those is that we've never had white interior. Each and every one of those has had black interior. I guess technically the Cybertruck has like half white interior, but certainly we've never had white interior. And so I'm hyped because our Model Y launch series finally has white interior. So it's going to be my first Tesla with white interior in the vehicle. RC, tuning in late, better than late than never. Thanks for coming in, RC. Is there an advantage to the 20-inch rims? I mean, it's really just look and feel. I think the 20-inch rims that they went with are also square setup. Fingers crossed they are, so that you should be able to rotate them, because that's usually the benefit with the 19-inch and the 20-inch rims. When you get to like 21-inch rims or like the performance variant, those are usually staggered, so you cannot rotate them every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, which is a maintenance thing that you should look into if this is your first Tesla. Angeles, when do you think Tesla will sell accessories for the launch edition? Actually, there's already accessories out there. Definitely check out some of them from Jawa down below, where you can save some money on as using my discount code. And I think Tesla has some as well. $10K for a brand new car makes sense to buy new, to be honest. Legacy is just way too old and kind of ugly now. Looks like a bigger Model 3. Glass films, I hear what you're saying for sure, but I mean, we could be getting into an arena pretty soon in which the old Model Y could be $10,000 off, plus a crazy financing rate like 0%, 1.99, 2.99. So it could be very interesting very, very soon with that. So many bad reviews of the 20-inch rims. I think it makes sense to get the 19-inch rims. Comfort level is so much better. I half agree there. I mean, certainly 10 to 20% comfortability might be the difference. And if you're someone like me that really prioritizes comfortability, then yes, that makes sense. But I mean, you could also sell the 20-inch rims, which could have more value, and get 19-inch rims after the fact so at the end of the day. But I guess if you're looking for like long-term costs, and I could see where it would make sense to just get the 19-inch rims. I mean, they do kind of look better as well. And so I think our plan with the 20-inch rims is to maybe paint them black. I think that will really make the look of them better in terms of silver, which they currently are. Glass films, why would you get 19-inch? Oh yeah, next year, already said that. Waiting on my VIN, also coming to Puerto Rico. Pretty cool, actually. I didn't realize that they are delivering to Puerto Rico. Very cool to see. You might be one of the first Model Ys in Puerto Rico when it actually comes out. In this next topic, Tesla has increased the range of the brand new Tesla Model 3. Shout out to Sorry for posting this. Tesla has increased their display range of the Model 3 when equipped with 19-inch Nova wheels by up to 6.5%. This seems to be a slight change that happened overnight. Very cool to see that it actually is updated. So rear-wheel drive up to 343 miles of range, a 6.5 increase, and Model 3 long range all-wheel drive 332 range. Mile of range, a 5% increase. So very cool to see that it actually is live now, and you can get just a little bit more, but I'm not sure this is going to make any big differences. I mean, it definitely sounds like 20 to 30 miles is a lot, but certainly you're not really, I don't really feel like you're going to fall. You're going to be stopping anyway at the end of the day if you're doing any sort of road trip. And I strongly recommend, if you're buying any electric vehicle, you really need some sort of dedicated level 2, whether it's at your house or at your work. And so certainly very cool to see that the Model 3, do you think this is enough range for you, or are you still one of those people that want 300, 400, or 500 miles of range? All right. If you're just joining in, welcome. We've got confirmation that there is a VIN assigned to Phillips, TYM Phillips, for a new Model Y long range all wheel drive launch series. This is the build. You can see it on the screen. Quicksilver, 19-inch rims, black interior. And so this could be a piece of why he was able to get his VIN much sooner than maybe some of the other builds out there. And if you're wondering what delivery date range, it starts tomorrow, February 27th to March 6th. So really cool to see that he could be one of the first deliveries in the United States. And if you're wondering where he's located in Texas as well. So really cool to see. And so let us know, did you receive your VIN? It seems like they're sticking to this Texas area. And so certainly it would be very interesting to see. Rory, Dennis, what are you drinking? Water, actually. Nothing crazy like that. But it is 5 o'clock somewhere, like it usually is every single day on the channel. In this next topic, let's do a refresher. Let's talk about how to get the best deal on a Tesla in 2025. I'll give you my general thoughts, what you need to do, and this is for people that are brand new to this that might be getting into the space here. The first thing is when you go to the Tesla website, do not click order now. You do not need to go to this. I mean, you might be able to go to this and see for frame of reference, like what are some of the options that are out there, because it does give you a lot of information, whether you're doing cash, lease, or finance. And it also does show you all the different options that are out there as well. So actually do click it and take a look at what you want, especially like colors. I mean, it's pretty simple though. It's either exterior color, interior color, and maybe full self-driving. Don't get that because it's pretty expensive. You can pay $100 a month as a subscription. And if you need a tow hitch, you can do that as well. So jumping to the Model 3 side, it's a little bit different, but of course, certainly if you're looking at that, you'll have the same options. But when I say do not, I want you to go directly to inventory. How you're going to get that is you're going to hover over vehicles like this and go to inventory and then click new, because when you get to inventory like this is where you'll find the inventory discounts, which is more important because if you didn't know, Tesla does do inventory discounts. And I talk to people all the time that still don't know that there's inventory discounts by buying directly from Tesla. And if you can transact within the next few days before the end of the month, it's even better. Like this one right here, a Model Y long range rear-wheel drive that has a $3,000 discount, or this one, a Model Y with a $2,700 discount. As you tier up to the higher trims, whether it's Model Y or Model 3 all the way up to Performance, the discounts do get more and more higher. Like this one right here, all the way at the bottom, a long-range all-wheel drive with a $4,000 discount, or even if you switch to performance, that's when you'll see like some of the $5,000 to $6,000 discounts, like this one right here, a white one, $5,250 off. And the beauty with these is that this is before the Tesla referral code discount, where you can save an extra $500 to $2,500 off of a Tesla if you're looking to do that. So the next step is figuring out which one do you actually want. And at this point, you do not actually have to decide whether you're doing a cash, lease, or finance. All you have to decide is which one are you actually going to be looking to buy. After you find the one you want, like this Model Y with a nice discount, you're going to go to the continue section right here, and you're going to give Tesla your credit card deposit. It's a $250 non-refundable deposit. If you cancel, Tesla keeps that and you lose out on your money. And the reason why you don't have to decide whether you're doing it, how you're going to pay for it, is because that can be all decided after the fact, and you can even switch on that after the fact, after credit application and anything. Once you place a deposit and go into the back end, you're going to download an application from Tesla, and then it's going to make you go through the delivery checklist and all the different things. And the only thing you need to do at that point is to do the driver's license upload and maybe do a credit app. The reason why I say maybe is if your estimated delivery date was within like a week or two, or at least under a month, then yes, go ahead and do a credit app so that you can actually do it. Because if you do a order on the regular page, usually your estimated delivery date is going to be further than that, 30, 60, 90 days, and you don't actually want to do a credit app because you might have to do it again if you're going to be applying for financing or anything like that. And now let's talk about some bigger things. Like if we zoom out a little bit on inventory and everything, like actually right now is one of the better times to buy. And why I say one of the better times is because you always want to try and time it near the end of the quarter. So right now we're in the middle to late portion of the first quarter. The end of the quarter of the first quarter is March. Then we get to June, and then we get to September, and the best time that we've historically seen all the time is going to be December. That's when the prices are the lowest. That's when the prices get the best, and also the incentives, everything like free supercharging, lower financing rates, maybe even much more, full self-driving, free trials, and everything like that. That always gets the best time around that point. And so certainly those are my tips on how to purchase or how to get the best deal. Of course, when you go to delivery, there's a whole separate portion with that. And of course, accessories is a whole different portion of that. You can definitely check out our recommended accessories with discount codes down below in the description. But if you're looking for a better resource on how to find Tesla discounts, that's where we've partnered to develop a website called With Only Used Teslas, where you can track Tesla vehicles. And the cool thing with this one is once you put in your zip code and find some vehicles that you're interested in, you can actually set up inventory alerts, price drop alerts for each and every one of them. You can do text message or emails, and you can track which ones, because we know one thing, Tesla drops the prices all the time, and sometimes you might miss it, especially if you're eyeing some of them. And so certainly this is a great website. So definitely check out Only Used Teslas or Tesla Tracker so that you can check it out and work on it. But definitely start producing yourself. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know if we missed any sort of tips out there on how to get the best deal on a Tesla. Glass films, we don't even have a launch series in the Canada to view yet. Also, Teslas are like 20K more in the US for some reason. Tariffs won't help us. Yeah, they raised that pretty recently, actually, like a couple weeks ago. And I think it was because like the incentive dropped or something like that, but really don't know. Carlos, in your honest opinion, is it worth to buy a used $25,000 with a $400 payment, or just lease a new Model 3 $280 a month? I'm still on the fence, but can't decide what's a better deal. Carlos, great question. My question to you is, when you say $25,000 used Tesla at $400 a month, I assume you're financing that. What type of interest rate is that? Because usually when you're financing a used Tesla, your interest rate is going to be 8, 9, 10%, where when you're leasing, your interest rate is way lower. In fact, if you want to see what some of the Tesla interest rates out there on leasing are, you can find it at our deal spreadsheet down below in the description. It's on page 3. And you can actually see here some of the lease rates. This was checked. We checked this like earlier this month, so it does fluctuate. But even like a Model 3 long range all-wheel drive, it's a 3% interest rate on a lease, which is probably way lower than your used one. And so I would say in that situation, most likely you do a used lease, because the other thing is, like, when you say used $25,000 Tesla, what type of warranty is left. Are you going to do a month-to-month warranty through Amber, link down below in the description, or whether when you get a brand new one, all your warranty is set for 4-year 50. And so if this is your first Tesla, I would probably push you to do a lease on a brand new one, especially because that lease is a lower payment right now and it ends on March 3rd. But that's really what my viewpoint is. Daniel, if you finance through Tesla directly, do you still run the rush of having to do another credit app if the Tesla delivery takes a long time? Yes, Daniel, you actually do. And the other thing I forgot about that whole segment was that you can actually use credit unions to get a lower interest rate, but I guess that's a whole different topic on just like how they get the better interest rate. There's credit unions that are out there that can do much better. We actually have a full list at our Patreon link down below in the description, but here's a couple free ones because we always keep them up, or actually I thought we did. Navy Federal Credit Union is a great one, and also Labor Credit Union is another one. Labor Credit Union is where we have our Model X currently financed. Can you go over that again? This is my first Tesla. Jumper is what I want. What part of the year will be the best to buy? I want year anytime as long as I'm before 2026. You know what's unfortunate about that, Glass Films, is that was really speaking to like the US market. Canada kind of operates differently. They kind of operate like China from what I've seen. They're usually like a month ahead in terms of discounts. So maybe like the middle month of each quarter, but usually no matter what, near the end of the year is when Tesla pushes or tries to go for big delivery numbers. And so the best time in your future, probably October, November timeframe. Do you think the Cybertruck will drop more in price later this year? Yes. This will also be my first Tesla Juniper. Angeles, nice. Congrats. Enjoy in good health. Have they ever offered 0% finance? Glass Films? Yes, they have, but actually, did they do it in Canada? I want to say they offered like 1.99. I think they did offer it in Canada very shortly, but they have offered it in US 100%. Credit unions aren't always better. Keep it fishy. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because credit unions, they're not like big banks like Bank of America, Chase, and all that stuff. They don't have massive teams for support. And so you do have to know what you're doing and you do have to follow up on whatever application you have because it could just literally be one person in the finance department or applications team that you're working with. And so that when I always recommend credit unions, I would say follow up every other day. But there are big credit unions like PenFed, Navy Fed that they're kind of more used to the volume and everything. Jesus, thanks for coming in. Love watching your videos. Do you think it's better to lease a Model 3 to get the latest tech or wait till Juniper gets a lot cheaper? It depends on if you need a vehicle ASAP or not. If you don't, then certainly wait till Juniper. But if you do, because the one thing is for sure, just like how it happened last year when Model 3 released and there was an expensive price at 5.99 or whatever it is, there was a deal on the Model 3 by like Q3. And so that's definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely because Model Y has more demand, more people want it. So maybe I would say it might take all the way to like November of this year in the US for a deal on the Juniper. Glass, Canada has 0.99 and 48 months on the Model Y. Hope to get something like that on the Juniper. Juniper is hyped. Yeah, I would say just wait it out because it's only going to get better. Carlos was looking at the 2020 Model 3. My bank was offering 9% APR, which is, iffy, but would be my first Tesla. And the new Model 3 definitely won my heart. Yeah, I would say, Carlos, try and get a new lease. You're just going to have less issues. And the biggest thing is you're not going to pay 9% interest on that. It might be a cheaper payment or maybe the same payment, but you're going to have the latest, greatest. You're going to be maybe more happier as long as you can afford the payment and everything like that. Waiting for Juniper all-wheel drive with low financing, keeping it fishy. Yeah, 100% we are as well. CT time, i8 Santee. Yeah, 100%. That'd be pretty sick for sure when that actually comes out. So congrats on buying your Tesla, or you're about to just buy your Tesla. But now here's the second most exciting part. That's accessories. And there's a ton of accessories out there, probably even way too much. And I try and bucket it into the top 3 accessories that you can get. And that's going to be phone mounts, all-weather floor mounts, and center consoles. A good set of all-weather floor mounts is probably my #1 recommendation. And I've got a bunch of links and discount codes to all the accessories that I recommend down below in the description and on our best deal spreadsheet on page 2. Check out this one from Jawa that we use on all of our Teslas, linked down below, or their center console, which I also use on all of our Teslas as well. A must-have because Tesla doesn't come with a center console. But my #1 accessory I recommend is going to be all-weather floor mats, and I bucket it from 3 different options. options: good, better, and best. The good ones are going to be the ones that you find on Amazon. Better is going to be the ones from like Tasmanian. But my favorite, all-time favorite that we have on our Model X and Model 3 Performance currently is going to be a set of all-weather floor mats by 3W Liners. If you use our promo code down below in the description, you'll find that the price of these floor mats are pretty in line with some of the other ones at a much higher quality material. So thank you to everybody that's used our links to support the channel, and let's get on to the next topic.